But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
What's up, YouTube? It's going to be a game of surprise together. I'm going to crack open this chain case and hopefully I didn't break nothing in there. But I'm going to take the exhaust out, battery tray out, and get it prepped. And then we'll start back up as I pull the side cover off. And it'll be a surprise for everybody if it's still together or broken apart. Alright, we got the muffler out. We got the battery tray out. We're down here into the chain case cover. There's 6 bolts. There's one here, one there, here. That one holds the battery tray in. There's one down at the bottom. There's one on the bottom on the other side. And actually, there's one which is right here. That goes through the reverse gear. I'm not sure if it's on the models without reverse. But your gear stack's important when you put it back together. So maybe I'll show you how it stacks against that side cover. Because I looked for a couple weeks trying to figure out. I was putting it together wrong. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. Pull the side cover off and we're all going to see what's going on in there together. So let me get this camera situated and we'll go from there. So there's a nut here too that holds the linkage together. I forgot about. Pull it off. Put the nut back on there so we don't lose it. Set this off to the side. Curious to see what it looks like in here. I'm scared, but I'm hopeful. Just finger tighten that one back in there. So these are all 1/2-inch bolts. Basically, to do this, I've used one size wrench, except for the 7/16 to take the bolt out of the muffler. And then there's a washer in between here and this. So I'll leave it on here. I'm going to move this plate off to the side. This. There. Out of the way. Got one more bolt. We're going to use a short extension, which is about 2-inch extension. We're going to use the 2-inch extension first. So, I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this washer, slide it up on there, back in there, and hang it out here just to save it, just store it. Now is where we need the 4-inch extension, 1/2-inch socket. You can't see this one, so you kind of got to feel around for it. This was the trickiest one of all. It can be done. Gotta break it loose. You should be able to run it out with your fingers. You can kind of see it if you look down there, I guess. If you were to shine light down in there. I'm trying to save this fluid. I drilled a hole in the plastic below. Bucket down there. If you can't get that bolt out, it's not a big deal because where it drops Once you take this cover off, you'll be able to get to it. Or you can contort yourself and get it like that. So that takes out 3 on that side, 3 on that side. Got 2 over there. And we got the tennis ball still. There's a total of 6. There's 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. I'm scared but hopeful. On the underside, it didn't have much fluid leaking out. So I'm hopeful that it didn't damage anything majorly. But scared at the same time. So we're going to use our 2-inch extension. And here's the moment of truth when everything comes loose. I'm going to take and break this loose. I don't know if you can see the side cover starting to come off. Chaincase oil. It's not even hitting what I put down there. Now it is. It's gonna be all dirty. I might have to filter it, or I might just have to replace it. So there you go. We're opened up, and now yep, we broke some stuff. So we're gonna have to replace this if we want reverse. There's some shavings down in there too. It's not a good sign. There's the reverse gear. That looks okay. I like reverse. Depends on how much that piece costs. I don't really want to spend hundreds of dollars to repair this. So, honestly, it looks like the only thing that broke was that arm. Everything else is kicked to the side. I believe, again, that was 14. If you remember correctly. Yep, that's a 14. That's that chain tensioner, which is also a 14. It shouldn't have been that tight, but it's really, really tight because it's cocked sideways. I'm going to loosen this all the way out. Now, pull this bolt out. Actually, here's the reverse gear right here. There's needle bearings down in there. Everything down in there looks okay. Not too chewed up. So we're just going to put that right back in the cover. Continue our inspection here. I might be able to find a used one of those reverse forks. I don't think I want to save the chain case oil, just because of the fact there's metal shavings in there. I was trying to save it, but I think I've changed my mind. When I first got this thing, this bolt right here was spun all the way out. I was hitting up against the side cover. So I'm going to keep the spring, the bolt, the washer, and everything all together. I'm going to set it right on my workbench. And then pull this top gear off. Doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like anything's too bad in there. Set that on the workbench. Pull this off. Maybe some metal shavings down in there, but that doesn't look too bad. I think we got off lucky. Get this bottom gear out. which again, it's got needle bearings down in there. This bottom gear looks okay. We had to replace this plate because it was rubbing. So that was like $8 for that piece. And it looks like when it came off, it rubbed again. So we got a spacer down in there on the bottom. I think that came off the reverse gear, I'm pretty sure. About 90% sure. Because whoever took it apart before lost it. Chain looks okay. So we got this spacer right here. This looks okay. This spacer goes on the top. So, and it goes right there. Just gonna put everything where it goes. It looks like what we got going on here. The shavings came from right here. Our gear was bouncing against that, but immediately after it jumped off of there, I felt it, I shut it off. This bearing honestly looks like it might still be okay, because I'm pretty sure it's made to pivot in there, judging based on the way it looks in the exploded diagram. We'll pull it out and inspect it. There we go, pointing in the right direction. Other than that, everything else looks intact, so I think we got lucky with a bearing and that reverse shift fork, because this damage right here was here before from when somebody didn't tighten the bolt down and put any Loctite on there, so it ran out. So I'm gonna pull that bearing off of there, take a look at it, and then see what parts we gotta order. So what it looks like is we are gonna look up a reverse shift fork. I've already got the bearing on the way, which should be here, like I said, by Monday or tomorrow. One of the two. I don't remember. A little damage here too, but it's not deep enough to cause any problems. Just a little gouge. Everything gonna be okay. So, a couple parts to replace. We'll have her back together. I did this about 20 times before, and I couldn't figure out that I had these gears stacked wrong. I had this one on first, upside down, because it looks right, but it's not. It won't go together like that. It has to be this gear first, then this gear on top of it, and there's a little rubber thing right there that sticks into that hole that you line up. And then you just got to finagle the stack together into the chain, and then put the side cover down. And then you hand tighten this, and then tighten the lock nut. So I think things could be worse here. We got lucky, so I got to look for that shifting fork. That's really it, because everything else in here is good. Shifting fork and some more chain case oil. So with that being said, cut this off here, and I will do another video of putting it back together.